Okay, let's fix this a little bit, shall we? This is still set up for yesterday, not right now. Huh? Oh yeah, I have to, because it's gotta point at me when I'm over there. Versus...
We're sharing.
We're sharing. Sharing is caring, and I don't have 2 mics. So that's what we have. But hello. And even then, this is like still weirdly down.
Excuse us.
It's just fidgeting. But, so we're at least gonna try and get through 1 episode tonight, if not 2. Last time was a bit of an ordeal, but I'm also like really into the idea of finishing this game and not having to stream
Tomorrow
4 days in a row.
Yeah, the season 2 has been longer because it had a budget.
Yeah.
It got money put into it, as it should.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a whole different thing.
Nice.
Okay, so we just finished episode 2.
Yes.
About to start 3, then we have 4. Okay. Nice to know that there's still 4 episodes.
Yeah.
But if they're each about as long as like an hour and a half was the previous one? Was the first one? Yeah. If they're each like an hour and a half, we could be here till 1 again or later.
Mm-hmm.
And that's if we don't get lost.
That's if we don't get lost, and that's if we have the energy to persevere through 2.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of reading, and my throat's huffy.
You got the fatigue, and I got the public speaking anxiety, so reading is bad.
That's a mood. Alright, we're gonna start. Continue. Yeah?
It's picking
Continues
us up
in.
literally right there.
Episode 3. Okay.
Cool.
Cool. Alright. We'll go through this just to recap on what happened on Wednesday, not Tuesday.
Yes.
As a necessary step to understanding the mysterious disappearance of Dr. Wakefield's patient, Jeremiah Dvitt, the doctor and his colleague, Johann Kaufmann, visited the manor of Professor Wright. Years before, Wright had been Kaufmann's mentor in the occult, but since then had been afflicted with a mental condition and could remember nothing. They discovered that Wright's... Oh, fuck, let me retry that shit again. They discovered that Wright's research had been funded by The Playwright, the secret organization led by Alexander Dupree. While Kaufmann lay in bed due to a sudden illness, Wakefield followed the clues led by the eccentric Professor Wright, leading to the darkness of an underground labyrinth. There was something waiting down there, alive but imprisoned in the cave. In the deepest chamber of the tunnel, Wakefield met the dreadful result of Professor Wright's final experiment, which had been an attempt to cross the last door using fear as the key. For 3 days, you must wait. Oh. Alone amongst these dead stones.
Uh-oh. That's what I thought.
Yipe.
I'm scared. He's gonna combust.
Only then will you be ready. Oh!
Uh-oh.
To complete your journey, Mr. Ashdown. I don't know. I have no idea.
That's a new name.
Carlos, my man, this is always good from you. Nothing but bangers, man. So good. Yeah. Yeah. It's a good one, man. I got nothing but good things to say about this so far. There have been a couple things that were a little vague, but
That kind of comes with the territory of both being an indie game, but also being an adventure game.
yeah, adventure games are known for being vague pieces of shit. Love them,
But,
however.
oh,
Yeah? I think I can remember. Its terrible screech. But it was not that of an animal. There was something human in it. A desperate cry for forgiveness. Yike. Oh. Bless you. Are you alive, Wakefield?
I think you're playing.
Am I?
I'm not sure. Maybe not.
What? Water!
There was a pit. There was a pit in the floor in the maze.
Oh, you're right. They found me on the beach unconscious. I thought our man was dead.
Woo! Good job, buddy.
Clutching the piece of wood that had saved me from drowning.
Almost dead.
Nearly dead. When at last I awoke, the letter was waiting for me on my table. Dear Wakefield, I write this letter in my last moments of lucidity. I have not received word from you since I regained consciousness, but I am confident that you will soon return with information that is crucial to our investigation. The bravery that you demonstrated in the face of these latest discoveries is worthy of my most sincere admiration. Are you dying? Yeah, you're dying. I must now ask you for yet more courage. The doctors were unable to determine the cause of my sudden illness, nor have they found a cure. I have not much time left. My greatest regret is that I must abandon you to the difficult tasks that lie ahead. I implore you to persevere, now that we are so close to finding an answer.
You got cursed, bro.
Yeah. The professor's documents were filled with references to a place of dark legend. The Cronmidian. Median? Cronmidan? An ancient sanctuary on the island of Ellis Moor. The exact location of this place has been lost, but the professor believed that its secrets may explain why his experiments met with such disastrous results. You must find this place, my friend. I do not need to remind you to exercise the utmost discretion. I have complete trust in you. I have no fucking idea.
I was just looking at it. Syllables.
Always your friend, Johann Kaufman.
Oh my god.
A lot of death. Yeah. I figured that we would get back. Either we would get there and he'd be dead, or we were gonna die and he'd have to take it up. With Kaufman gone, I found myself lost, my life suddenly devoid of meaning. It was as though my friend had written a letter to a person who no longer existed. Weeks passed, maybe months, I did not count the time, but the day came when I realized there was no other option. To honor my friend's memory, I had to keep looking. I had to find Jeremiah Devitt. Wherever he was. Hang on, this is a little loud.
Smidge.
Alright, yeah, I feel like I'm shouting over the music. Great music. Would love to just lay it that loud when I'm like playing this game alone, but
Yeah.
not when I'm like having to narrate.
No.
Alright. I can see the island in the distance. At least more. Elis more?
There's some Welsh shit.
Very Welsh, I assume. Season 2, Episode 3, The Reunion. Jeremiah, you over here, buddy. And here we are, the island. Thank you very much.
Let me see if Alice Moore's a real place.
I think it is. According to Kaufman's letter, the legendary Maiden can be found here. As Kaufman emphasized, I must exercise discretion. For all I know, the playwright is watching. Good evening. Visiting? I hope you enjoy your stay.
I'm not getting any results for it.
That it? Okay. We'll speak with everyone. Good evening, my name is Wakefield. I have just arrived on the island. You ought to speak with Lord Donnan, then? I beg your pardon? Lord Donnan, you should see him. Okay. Good evening. Welcome to Alis Moor. Excuse me. A visitor! Visitors are most welcome here. Yes, they are.
It's Ireland.
Ireland. Not surprising. I was like, it's either Welsh or some manner of Gaelic.
There's not enough weird syllables for Welsh, truly.
Fair.
That was my mistake.
Okay.
Oh, cute.
So that's how we leave. Cool, cool, cool. I really like how each of these has... Ooh.
Expanded more and more.
Faint smell of fish and potatoes is drifting through the shutter. The fish smells slightly rotten. Yipe.
You gotta replenish your fish stores with the Wolvers.
Excuse me, are you Mr. Wakefield? I am. I have a message from Lord Donyan. Donyan? I don't fucking know. To our most recent visitor, Mr. Wakefield, it is customary in Alis Moor to welcome strangers with hospitality. I should be honored if you would accept this invitation to join me at my manor for dinner and amiable conversation. Your new friend. Okay. I'll take it. There we go.
We're about to have a Mystery of the Druids dinner.
It sure feels that way. Ooh, okay. That's locked. The windows are open and a light is on. But that's all you have to say. An abandoned wheel, a peculiar cog is attached to it. Give it to me. Based on the cog's workmanship, it looks like it was part of a complex industrial mechanism, but somebody has tried to fit it crudely onto a broken bicycle wheel. How on earth did it come to be in a village like this? Mine now. Alright. Interesting. Interesting. Looks like the gate has been broken for some time now. It looks like it's been busted off its hinges. Busted. Okay. We'll go this way and we'll go to the manor like we've been asked to. I will behave. For now. Until it no longer suits me. And then I'll start the weird shit. Me too, dude. Well, Dr. Wakefield, you are here on holiday then. Yes, indeed, I have come to enjoy a rest somewhere far from the stresses of city life. I see. Well, if it's distractions you've come looking for, you've chosen the right time of year for it. These days we celebrate a very special tradition of our kin, something unique. We call it the Festival of Reunion.
I, too, enjoy drinking tea in the presence of a large statue of a penis.
Same. Fascinating. May I ask, what does it entail? According to tradition, for the next 3 nights, the spirits of reunion leave the confines of the other side and roam the hills of Alis Moor. We wear costumes and masks so that the spirits will not recognize us and make us the targets of their mischief. Certain rites take place too, but I should not bore you with the details. You shall have occasion to see for yourself. Alright. An odd mosaic adorns the floor. It depicts two snakes biting each other.
They're making out. Don't worry about it.
There are two engraved panels on the wall. They appear to be ancient, but I cannot decipher meaning. Okay. A large statue of a person. It is so eroded by the passage of time it is difficult to tell any specific detail. That dick is gone.
Bye-bye.
Exotic blend of black tea. Tell me about the panels. Do these panels on the wall represent a classical theme? I cannot seem to place it. In the days of the Druids!
Oh no!
We were talking about the mystery of the Druids earlier.
It's now gonna infect everything.
It is, They are the panels of the first king of Aelis Mor. In the days of the Druids, we worshipped the great god Lu? I don't know. And our kings did right by those beliefs. Okay. Snake mosaic. Well, I cannot help noticing this remarkable mosaic. It looks authentic. Yes, it is. Although some historians might disagree, we believe that this manor was built atop an ancient Roman villa. All of these Roman ruins. In our traditions, the double serpent represents a sentinel that protects us from the terrible threat hidden within oneself.
Oh. So they're not making out.
You have two wolves within you. They are making out.
Okay. I was like, they're either making out or they're masturbating, so.
Well, the statue is remarkable. May I ask what it represents? It is Lu. Oh, buddy. A hero and high king of our myth.
Lamfada?
Lamfada?
Maybe.
I don't know. I see that and I'm like, oh, buddy, and I move on. A hero and king of our myths. You seem to be knowledgeable about the folklore, the local folklore. I should very much like to learn about this Highlands history in more detail. It is true that we in Aelis Mor cleave to the ancient traditions. We haven't lost touch like some of those on the mainland, but I'm no expert. If you're really interested, you should talk to Miss Foster. Please forgive my indiscretion, but do you consider yourself a religious man, Dr. Wakefield? I feel like the shit that he has seen recently, I would personally be like, God is dead and we killed him. But that's me.
At minimum calling into question, but this is late 1800s. He's from London. He's probably a God-fearing man, even if he's not religious.
Yeah, like, I don't think his, like... I don't think any of the things that we've seen anywhere could be like, no... For him, could be like, God is dead and we killed him. But no. I would look at this and be like,
yeah,
we've been forsaken, I see. So, yes, I am a God-fearing man. You seem so certain. Might I ask why? I've been educated in faith. There must be an unmoved mover. I am not sure.
I think honesty's fine. Like, it's just raised that way, man.
Yeah. I had a religious upbringing, but my experience as a psychiatrist has led me to doubt certain tenets of faith. I see. Let us take... you seem so certain. Achievement unlocked. Let us take a walk by the lake. From there we can see the beauty of the island as we talk and be better for it. The marsh in this valley is, for simpletons, a wellspring of frightful tales. The educated among us enjoy the tales as little more than distractions, knowing us safe from these visions. We know these stories to be nothing but superstition. But how can we be so sure that in the dense mist that emanates from the stagnant water, we may not find passages to other worlds? What if the wails that drift from the reeds in the darkest of nights are the songs of those from our worst nightmares? Many of the gods that men worshipped for millennia now lie buried in the common grave of oblivion. In Aelis Mor, we keep our traditions alive. Oh, they change just as the times do. But they always keep their essence. These are our roots, Doctor. I must now take my leave, as my presence is required to start the rites of reunion. Feel free to continue your walk on your own. The village can be found just beyond those hills. As I mentioned earlier, you may wish to speak with Miss Foster. She is something of a resident expert on Aelis Mor's history. She can often be found working late at the school, the building right across from the Gway. It has been a pleasure meeting you.
I'm just over here looking up.
Farewell, Dr. Wakefield. It has been a pleasure. It has been a pleasure, Lord Donyon. The lights flickered.
I'm just looking up, like, how to pronounce this shit.
Yeah.
And it's not helpful, but I think it is Lamfada. Lou Lamfada. He's part of the Tuatha De Danann. The Lamfada means of the long hand, possibly for his skill with a spear.
Ooh. I love that. What's that? An old barrel lies stranded on the shore. The painted label reads mineral oil. It is sealed. Okay. If I need some oil, I know where to go. The water of the marsh is murky and dark. That is it. Okay. We've seen people dressed up like this before.
We've seen people in animal masks, yeah. Not these specific ones, I think.
Excuse me? No. Hello, my name is Wakefield. Hi. What are you drawing on the ground? It is a symbol, not a drawing. What does it mean? It's the final truth that'll protect us from the marsh dwellers, but we're not allowed to say its name out loud. Marsh dwellers, who are they? They're scary. My Aunt Kathleen says they were really bad people. You'd never see them, but you'd hear them in the reeds. They try to take you there with them. That's why we can't come here alone. We always have to take someone with us. Interesting. Goodbye!
Oh! So we saw... I remember one was a fox, one was a bird. I think it was like a duck or a dove.
Yeah.
And I can't remember what the other one was.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But it wasn't a bull. That one looks like a bull.
Yeah, jagged rocks. More jagged rocks. Go up here. A pit!
Oh.
Nani? The zoom in on it was like, and then it waited for a second. A huge hole lies in front of me. An ominous, chilling draft issues from within that sends shivers down my spine and makes me very uneasy. To a superstitious mind, it might seem like a passage to another world. You're walking pretty close to that edge, buddy. Laments in the deep. This place appears to be the remnants of an ancient temple to some unknown deity. Okay. Well, we found an interesting spot. Yike.
Everything's fine.
Can I talk to you again? No. Goodbye.
I mean, you can, but nothing new.
Nothing.
And
Okay.
You just don't want to.
So that goes down to the beach. This is to the marsh. Okay. The hills, the manor, the village. We went all the way the fuck around. Huh, alright. Can I dick around in the manor? I can. There seems to be Athena, goddess of wisdom, war, and the arts. She is dressed in armor, seemingly ready for war. This is Artemis? The statue appears to be very old. Its appearance suggests it would date back to ancient Rome. That appears to be female with a spear. I would assume that's Artemis, but who fucking knows?
Wasn't she an archer?
She was most commonly depicted as an archer, but if that's Athena, it's unlikely there'd be two of Athena. I don't want to go there yet. I'm gonna go out back. Yes. The noise of the swing gently being moved by the wind is the only thing breaking the silence. It is a safety bicycle. I do not understand how they managed to keep balance with such small wheels. It looks quite new, but the chain is broken. Give me that chain. I may find a way to fix this chain. Okay. Hello?
The mill wheel is stuck too.
Yeah. The mill wheel, something is preventing it from spinning. A strange mechanism runs from the mill's wheel shaft into the building. It seems to be lacking a small piece. Cog is way too big to fit between the gears. Looks like he needs something smaller and thinner.
Perhaps the chain, but it's broken.
No. Okay. Let's go have a little knock. Nope. Kieran's playroom is written on the door in hand-painted letters. The door is locked. Okay. Who the fuck is Kieran? No idea.
A child.
A child. No. Okay, sure, let's... Door's locked. The manor appears to be dark and empty. Alright, alright. I see now that I am not wanted. Whatever.
Fuck are you,
Fuck.
bastard?
Fuck are you, bastard. Alright. Hello? Nope. That door is locked. Was this closed before? I think it was. Yes! Graveyard!
Your
Small-
favorite.
A small mausoleum. The door has a small slot. I might be able to peer through it.
Oh,
Oh.
I was about to say that's ominous, and yes, it was.
Inside, a candle provides dim light. I can make out a statue of a hooded man. I can also hear someone whispering. No, I can't die yet, not without knowledge. Yike.
I can't die until my brain is so much
Is it
bigger
so
than
terribly
me.
unthinkable to truly understand the gods?
Depending on the god, yes.
How can we live only on faith? Fair. Fair. Fair question.
Mm-hmm.
No, shut up. Knowledge is what I pursue, not faith nor assumptions. You talking to yourself, buddy?
Sounds like it.
No, no man can face death believing there is nothing on the other side. You're weak. Yes, yes, you are right. Now I understand. It does seem like he's talking to himself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Also that he responded to you.
Yeah.
You're weak. Yes, yes.
The epitaph on this gravestone is written in Gaelic, the shadows cast by the lanterns only making the characters more mysterious. Wolf!
Hello.
In the middle of the graveyard stands an old alder tree, which the locals call a fairnog. Many lanterns hang from it, I do not know for what purpose. Man hides his face behind a fox mask. He murmurs something in unison with the others, a muted prayer I cannot quite make out. A woman hides her face behind a bull mask. The same. A man, his face hidden by a wolf mask, stands in the middle. There is something familiar about him. The man hides his face behind a deer mask. Woman hides her face behind a badger mask. Okay. So we have a fox, a bull, a wolf, a deer, and a badger.
The badger's a little random, I feel.
If I
But
well-
so is the bull a little bit. Hello.
He- Okay, so he dropped something in the grave and now he's burying it.
Do you all have to do that?
I believe they were burying mirrors in a hole in the ground. What a peculiar tradition.
Oh.
Okay. I guess I'll go now. I don't know what that was about.
So, Wolf Mask guy is probably Lord Donnan.
Yep, that seems to be about correct.
Mm-hmm.
There are very few people we know here, so that would seem accurate. All the villagers are gone. They're up at the graveyard.
Break into their houses.
If I could, I would. Is this the school? Let me in. The door is locked. Windows are open and the light is on. The wheel has been lying here for a long time. Where is the school? It said it's across the quay. And I took that to mean it would be that one, but maybe I'm wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Nani? A bottle is floating on the water. It is caught in the seaweed, just out of reach. I think there is something inside. Can I yoink it? It's not long enough. Okay. I'll come back for you.
Curious.
Curiouser and curiouser. Where the fuck? Alright, where is this? Where is this? It should be across the way? Is it supposed to be that?
Well, we can't get to it.
Yeah. Time to go back to the hills, I guess. Broken old fence. Let's go back here. I'm like, where the fuck is this place? Let me smash. No? Okay. Where the fuck is the school, y'all? Yo. Goodbye, farewell. Where the fuck? The yawning emptiness of this pit is, like, really disconcerting. No. No. Alright, okay. Nope. Nope. Okay. Jagged rocks.
It's to the right of the graveyard.
Okay.
Apparently.
I didn't think I could go farther back there, but we'll go. I take Steam's weird walkthroughs.
This one's been more reliable than the other one I was looking at, so.
You said it's farther right?
Into the graveyard further right.
Oh, okay. I also didn't think I could go farther back there. Okay. Which means you had to witness this. Oh, that's the school, I'm assuming. Yeah! Give me this note. Ink blots. A paper with black circles painted on it. Okay. Shelf of handmade books with unfamiliar titles. Most of them concern strange rites. A picture of a slender woman, apparently a goddess, wearing a black dress and having a murder of crows around her. It is signed with the name Babbed Katha? 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 Well, that opens. That's interesting. I didn't expect it to. They'll dance round the burrow. Around the burrow they'll sing, "It is cold inside as winter. Don't get too close. Don't get too close, or else they'll pull you in." Okay. Good evening. To what do I owe the pleasure? I'm a busy woman, as you can see. My name is Dr. Wakefield. I've come to Aelis Moor to rest for a while. Lord Donyon said I might find you here. Have you met Lord Donyon? It's been so long since I've seen him here in the village. I hope he is well. Oh, buddy. Gaelic. Moving on. Welcome. Have you not seen Lord Donyon lately? As far as I know, no one has seen him since, well, it's been a few weeks. Now that the festival has started, maybe he'll be motivated to join us in the village.
Babbed Katha means battle crow. She was a weird crow goddess who did illusory bullshit to confuse enemy soldiers and turn the tide of battle.
That's hot.
Yeah.
Did something happen a few weeks ago? Oh, it was truly terrible. Kieran, his only child, disappeared without a trace.
Oh, shit.
He went off to play in the hills and just vanished. No one has seen him since. Good lord, and you say he has not been found yet. How is that possible? We all searched the island, but he was nowhere to be found.
He fell in the fucking hole, dude.
Probably. What can you tell me about Kieran's disappearance? Just that he was a restless child who loved exploring deserted areas, you might learn more from his classmates. His desk was in the back corner. The one with the holes drawn on it? Festival of Reunion. Like, can you tell me about this festival? Well, it takes place when the constellation Reunion is visible in the sky. On those nights, dark things and spirits ride the winds that travel across the hills. As you may have already seen, at sunset the villagers don masks. They do this so that the spirits will not know them or carry them away to the depths of their underground caves. That sounds very particular. There was a group of masked people at the graveyard. Was that part of the festival? Yes, that was one of the first rites of reunion, a very important one. As I said, people dress up to protect themselves from those that will come, but this is not enough. Since the mirrors they have locked into while changing know their identities, they bury them next to the old Fairnog. The roots of this tree grow both in other grow in this world and others at the same time, so they keep the witness mirrors safe. Tell me about more of the island's traditions. Lord Donyan said you were an expert on the island's folklore. He said that, did he? Well, I wouldn't call myself an expert now, but I've lived here in Aelismore longer than most, and I've heard my fair share of stories about the other side and its people. Ask about the Crow Maiden. Yes, of course. Do you know the meaning of the word Crow Maiden? Yes, it's a very unusual word, very much indeed. Crone Maiden is the sanctuary of the Crooked One. It is a cursed place, the dwelling of the devil. I recall it from the tales that I heard as a child. Of course, our elders only made up those tales to scare us and protect us from harm. Tell me the story. Okay. There's a hole in the ground up in the hills, not too far from the village. A hole so dark and deep you'd not see the end. Folk around here believed their tales of an old serpent at its depths, ravenous for flesh, the Crooked One. Long ago, our ancestors threw livestock into the pit in the hope of placating the Crooked One's hunger. Though that tradition has not been practiced for some time, so perhaps it would be best if you did not approach the hole. I've already done it. It is said that the last heir of the Layson once defied the Crooked One by approaching the rim with an iron amulet in her hand. It is general knowledge that beings from the other side detest iron, so the cursing and the shouting of the young Layson received no immediate answer. But a few nights later, the Laysand house was consumed in a horrific blaze, putting an end to the old family.
My goodness.
I have to go. It's been great.
Check the trash can at the front.
Yeah, I was about to... A bin filled with papers. There's a drawing on one. Gimme.
Oh!
Oh! It is a child's drawing. There seems to be a village, a lake, and some sort of creature.
That's a dragon.
Dragon.
A dragon.
Can I ask you about it? I found this picture. Was it made by one of your students? This was painted by poor Kieran. What would you say it represents? Things that were familiar to him, the village, his home, but these other shapes, I do not know. You could ask one of his classmates, they should be able to tell you more about it. Okay.
Can you pick up the drawing on the floor, or is that just a look at it?
I think it was just a look at it, but I can check again. Nope.
Ah.
Oh, inside his desk,
Oh,
there is some kind of worm screw inside, the remains of an insect beside it, and some drawings engraved on the desk. I will take the drive with me. It may prove useful. So that's part of the windmill, or the water wheel.
Yeah.
Okay. This was the fucking school. I was right. It's just from the other side.
Got it.
Okay. Now I have a through point.
Yes.
Awesome.
No longer locked.
Awesome. Now I gotta get... Okay.
Back to the mill.
Now I gotta get back to the mill, which is at the Lord's house. So I gotta go a little bit around again. That's fine. And I have to talk to the kids that are in the hills right now. But that's fine too. I'm gonna go here first. I'm gonna go in there. We're making steps already.
Yeah. We've barely gotten lost.
mechanism seems to lack small piece.
Yeah.
Now it moves. Now the water wheel is working. What did you just chuck? Your charger. I was like, what the fuck was that? I just saw like light shoot across the floor.
Sorry.
I was like, what was that? But then I couldn't identify what it had been because the cables just blend together.
You got it before I could even say anything. I was just gonna say nothing important.
Kieran's playroom. Okay, so we kill the
Kieran.
dead child. So we still can't get in there, it seems, and I don't think anything particular has unlocked for this yet.
No, but we can
Talk to the children.
Yeah.
Children time. Children time. Snap, crack, pop, rice, crispy, joints.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, children. The kid doesn't seem interested. Okay. Talk to me. I found this drawing at the school. Is it yours? That? No. Kieran painted it a long time ago. The drawing is Kieran's. This could be a clue here to his whereabouts. Is this the village? Yes, in the Fairnog tree in the graveyard. That tree gives me the chills these nights. On reunion, they got them little lanterns on it. They look like evil eyes. It's staring into you. What is this? That's the crooked one. The crooked one is a dragon.
I knew it.
They say a villager defied it, and the next day her house was burned to the ground. They say it was the crooked one paying her back. That's the house where Kieran found the treasure.
Oh shit.
Do you know how to get there? Sure, it's easy. Now it's on the map. Oh, I wanted to ask about the pit. Did you know Kieran? Were you Kieran's friend? He was nice, but he didn't want to play much. He was mostly for going in the hills by himself. Was he not afraid? No, he said that he had seen them and they were not as scary as Aunt says. I think that's why they took him. You think the marshmallows took him? Yeah, for sure. Before he disappeared, he said he found a treasure, a disc with a beautiful drawing. He took it from the old house in the hills. Maybe the marsh dwellers wanted it.
Interesting.
Yipe. Alright, thanks, kid. I gotta go dick around in that house now.
Yeah, let's skedaddle.
Nyum. What the fuck?
Hello?
A wicker statue sporting a pair of animal horns. The twigs look fresh.
The Wicker Man.
The Wicker Man.
Have you seen either of the Wicker Man movies?
No.
Oh, fuck.
We gotta.
Yeah.
We'll do that someday. Yeah. This must be the house that the child was telling me about. Kieran was here just before his disappearance. Okay. What's that? A mailbox. The envelope is very old. It is stamped returned and there is a letter inside. Mine now. My dear cousin, I am doing poorly. I would ask that you not call upon me here at Alis Moor, not now nor ever again. Please keep grandmother's ring. I believe she would have wanted you to have it. Yours faithfully, Bridget. There is something else in the envelope.
Don't talk to me anymore.
An iron ring. Okay. Oh, inside we go. There is a cellar.
Oh shit.
A metal trapdoor must lead to some sort of basement. In we go! That looked like a foot! I think this basement may have once housed a library. It looks like it was not burned as badly as the rest of the house. Even so, little here remains intact. That looks like a fucking leg. This table has been upended. This looks like it was ransacked.
Yeah, what the fuck?
An ornate chest It's inside, untouched by the fire. It was probably opened long after the inferno died down. There is a diary inside. It is titled Brigade Laysand. Several pages toward the end are missing. August 7th, 1801. Words cannot express the gratitude that I feel for Aunt Mare's bequest. May her dear soul rest in peace. This house is just what I needed to still my nerves after the exhausting pace of life in Dublin. 10th of September. I would not have thought to find such a remarkable library hidden away in the basement. It includes several magnificent tomes on the most picturesque customs of our land. 23rd of September. I found Aunt Mare's diaries next to an odd iron disc, but the contents of the diaries were appalling. What could have happened that dear old Mary would write such things? The damnable place that she speak of, I must know if it really exists. I am resolved to investigate our family's crypt. It would be prude to wait until dusk before traveling to the Northern Cape so as not to be seen. September 25th. The abbey was in such a state of decay that it was nearly impossible to find the mural painting in the dark. Fortunately, a dim light happened to shine through a gap in the wall, illuminating the face of the sentinel. I believe Aunt Mary's iron disc is needed to open the secret passage. 10th of October. Is this the legacy of the Laysand? I can stand to bear it no longer. Fire will put an end to this blasphemy and cleanse the land of our family's curse, and should the fire prove insufficient, may this testimony serve as warning.
Oh shit.
She fucking burned her house down. It wasn't burned by the fucking crooked one. Miss Laysand must have found something abhorrent in her family's crypt. If I could find out what that was, I may learn more about the Crone Maiden. My intuition tells me that I must act tonight or else it will be too late. There's the old abbey. We're
freezing.
We're slamming through new places. This looks like some sort of makeshift bed. Was Kieran sleeping in this terrible, lonely place? He may have thought it was exciting. Kids are wild like that.
Yeah.
Remains of the book scorched by the fire. Most of the pages are ashy or blackened, so the text is illegible. What's that? A common carpenter's brace. A tool like this would be used for drilling holes in wood. Give it to me. It's mine now. Alright. Okay. It looked like he jumped.
Yep.
Hop. Okay.
He might have done a little hop and a skip.
Maybe.
Oh.
Oh.
I had a feeling.
The wicker statue is burning. Who did this?
I mean, that's the purpose of wicker statues.
I mean, yes. But also, who was here to have done it? Yipe.
Concerning. Another.
And another! Wicker statue stands like a silent guard. Its presence makes me uncomfortable, as though I have trespassed on forbidden grounds. Yike. I mean, like, mood. We are doing some wild shit. Let me in.
Let's trespass more.
This must be the old abbey that Brigid described in her diary. Could the Crone Maiden be here? Brigid mentioned a dim light, but I see only darkness. Okay. No, not over there. Huh. Okay.
Are you just grasping at straws right now?
A little bit. The dome appears to be Roman in origin. It is in better condition than the other ruins. I'm like half grasping at straws, but I'm also like, what am I meant to do here? What am I meant to conceive of in this place? There is jack all for me to fucking interact with, so I'm like, what am I missing? I thought it was gonna be on fire.
Not yet, I guess.
Not yet.
If, like, here's the logic with this. If there's nothing to find, you're not supposed to be here yet.
Yeah.
Even though it's unlocked, there's nothing for us here yet.
But, like, I can't really think of there being a space that I'm supposed to be at right now. I mean, I guess I could open up the oil barrel, but, like, I'm not sure what that does for me. I know it's full of mineral oil. Barrel is filled with oil. Cool. That...
It turned into a hand.
I need some sort of container to pour the contents of the barrel into.
Hey.
I need the bottle.
Hey.
What?
You just got a ring, and you have a chain.
Jesus Christ. The ring fits perfectly on the chain. I'm sorry to use Brigid's mother's ring in such a manner, but maybe now I can get the bicycle to work. Why the bike? Like, what the fuck is a bike supposed to do?
I was gonna think it was like a little lasso.
No, it said it was too short before.
Yeah, but I don't know, maybe that would have been enough.
Where did I find this? In the
bicycle? It was by the school, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I was like, where the fuck? There are enough places that I'm like, where am I going? What am I doing? Yeah, here. I can go this way. And it is slightly quicker. Oh, they're gone.
Also, whenever you are done with this bike,
yeah,
go back to the hills again.
I will. I would rather I would rather not interfere with traditions I do not yet quite understand. But it's giving you the option to be like, do I want to dick with it though? Okay, so that's another. Ooh.
Dog?
An empty doghouse. Nothing has slept here in many years.
Looks like a doghouse, but there's no dog around, so it's hard to tell.
Yeah. An old rowboat filled with stale water. Something is sticking out of the water. Gimme. A worn-out umbrella. It doesn't look like it will rain anytime soon, but there might be a purpose for it. Now I can reach the bottle. Where does this take me? Okay. Alright. What a wild chain of events I've found myself in. Alright. Oh, she's gone too now.
I'd wager that the classmates are also gone now.
Maybe. We'll have to see. Who knows?
But, like, everybody's disappearing, so...
Sure it was here?
Not 100%.
It may have been, Kieran's place. Yeah, that's just a wheel. Okay.
Oh, okay. That's what I was
That's fine. Then we can go and grab the bottle. Yeah. Because that's down here.
Grab the bottle. Go to the mill is where the bike is?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Give me this. Paper is rolled up inside the bottle. God remains silent as the fog settles. We may look for the king beyond the clouds, but find the queen with a fiery crown. I see.
The Morrigan?
Maybe. We are just throwing all sorts of shit together right now, so maybe. Who is to say? Okay.
If you want to do the bike first, then the manor, and ultimately the hills.
It's at the manor. The bike is at the manor.
Yeah, but after the hills.
But after the hills?
No. You're here already.
What do you... Okay.
When you're done, go to the hills.
Okay. Like...
Sorry.
Yeah.
And now you have a bottle for the oil.
Yes. The tires are too threadbare. I don't see how I can ride it safely, but at least the chain rotates.
Oh my. Was that...
Nani?
Was that the door?
What was that sound?
Was that the door?
It might have been.
No. Okay.
Now the water wheel is working. Seems the mechanism works properly now. Okay. What the fuck was that sound just now, buddy?
It was distant, whatever it was.
Yeah. Like, what? Huh. Oh!
Oh!
The Roman statue lies shattered on the ground. To destroy such an ancient statue, could this really be part of the festival? The Roman statue has been thrown down and replaced with a wicker one.
Damn, okay.
Yike.
Wow. Okay, now
We are possibly the only person on this island not wearing a mask.
Yeah, I think it's a little odd that they didn't give us one, at least to protect us from the spirits, supposedly.
Either that or we're a fucking sacrifice, bro.
Oh, no!
All our options.
Mm-hmm.
Now that there is a hole in the barrel, I just have to push the bottle in a bit, and I managed to fill it with oil. Okay. Filled with mineral oil. I have all the oil I need. Okay.
Okay, so exit and then go to the left.
Huh?
Yeah, them bitches is gone.
This is a drawing of some sort of spiked circle. Is it the sun or something else?
That's at the place. The
Yeah.
ruins.
Yeah, I know.
But the mask is there. What?
The child that I spoke with earlier seems to have left his mask here. There's a ribbon hanging from it. Mine now.
Oh shit.
The ribbon has flown away. Where did the ribbon go? Since I would have taken the mask, since there seems to be fucked shit afoot, I would have been like, it'd be nice to have a mask.
Mm-hmm. It might have gotten blown to the shore.
Yeah. Alright, and that's all that still says, so... Go to the shore and check that out, and if it's not there, then I guess it's all for nothing. Yeah. I would have taken the mask personally, but like, I don't
know. I think it's odd that a child left their mask. That's not...
Yeah. Like, the child left the mask, the other child is gone.
Mm-hmm. Oh, son of a bitch.
Bro, you are being led. Yeah, now we can go this way. The ribbon that was snatched by the wind. Give it to me, maybe. I can see a lighthouse in the distance. New marker. Yeah.
Finally.
Mine now, fuckers. I think it was part of the child's mask that was left behind in the hills. No. Okay.
Use the oil on the ribbon.
I'm just immediately like, Molotov cocktail, here we go.
Why? You have nothing to light it with either.
I assume always that destruction is imminent.
Why?
Because I'm a chaotic little shit. And you know it.
Alright.
You ask me why, and the answer is to break shit.
Okay. You're a fucking klepto, not a destructo.
I mean, sometimes they intersect. May have been powered by the light that Brigid spoke of in her diary, but the lamp is off. I wonder if it has been abandoned. Yeah, okay, so we gotta fix that, and then we can do the fucking Lost Abbey. Alright. Lighthouse.
Oh boy. That's welcoming.
There's a wicker man hanging from that tree!
Oh.
Why? What a ghastly custom. This wicker man is in the shape of a hangman.
Yeah, that one feels like a warning.
This tree looks like it's been dead for a long time.
Then so does the breaking of the statue.
Yeah. Okay, hang on. We are gonna go in here first. If we can. No one is answering.
No, we ain't.
Alright. I said if we can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, okay. I'm assuming we can't just break in, so
He's too polite.
up we go.
You're playing a very polite man.
What the fuck is that like? Oh, there's... Someone is inside! Maybe I could make some kind of noise to attract their attention. A wide copper pipe runs from the tower to the ground. It's covered in salt and seaweed.
Smack it with the gear. Yeah. No?
No.
Okay.
What? There's no need to oil the pipe. There's a dim light inside. Just slammed it with a fucking... Oh, they turned the light off.
Oh! They don't want to interact. Oh.
Just a door opens. Someone's attention downstairs.
Or they have a lantern and they went, ooh!
That sound is so distressing.
Yeah.
Yo?
Hello?
Yo? Hello? Good evening. Would you happen to be the lighthouse keeper? My name is Wakefield. A stranger, and what would he want from me? Visiting the island. The lighthouse caught my eye, and since it's dark, you thought it to be abandoned. Well, it's not. Even though I can barely see a thing, this is my house. Why is the lamp not lit? Isn't it dangerous for ships? Do not let it concern you. Many years ago, the sea lanes were altered to avoid this coast. Now it's rare indeed to see a ship in these waters. After the accident, the lighthouse was never repaired.
Oh.
Was there a failure in the mechanism? Precisely that. One stormy afternoon, I suddenly heard a strong noise up in the light room. The clockwork mechanism had stopped working and the lamp was off. I had never seen a failure like that. I could not get the lighthouse working again. An accident? What happened? I was checking the lenses because the failure looked so very strange and I was worried. All of a sudden the light must have turned on. I was blinded and can see nothing but fleeting shapes ever since. As the lamp... I understand. Why is the lamp not lit? Okay. And the lamp has not been fixed since. No, no one in the village is interested. For them, the more isolated Elismore is, for the better. They do not care about ships or accidents, especially Lord Donyan. He sees anything coming from outside of the island as a threat. We are not friends.
Oh.
Fuck you. We are not friends.
Oh my.
Kieran's disappearance. Do you know anything about the disappearance of Lord Donyan's son? A tragedy it was. A strange one, but a tragedy nonetheless. His disappearance was strange? I just find it a bit suspicious that it happened so close to the reunion. It's too easy to be keeping secrets during the festival, being how everyone is afraid of leaving the village those nights. What do you mean? Look, folk here are too gullible. They'll do anything to protect themselves from their strange fears. They'll not eat corn, nor drink milk, or they'll dig graves for their mirrors. And of course they'll avoid standing near a Firnog too long because though the fiends cannot touch the tree, they are attracted to the smell of its resin. But surely it's all nonsense. Look, it's really easy to prove it all wrong. Just don't follow the rituals. You're a stranger to our ways, but you have seen any of the things I've mentioned? Well, I did see a group of people in the village burying mirrors. Exactly! What do you think would happen if you unburied those mirrors? That a band of goblins would come out of the marshes to steal them? Nothing but nonsense. What of Kieran's disappearance, then? Well, I'll admit I'm not sure what happened to the boy, but one thing I'm sure of, this festival of reunion is nothing but a farce, and it would be just so easy to prove it. I'd like to visit the light room anyway. Might I go upstairs and see the light room, even though the lamp is off? I should like to take a view of the surrounding countryside. Well, I do not think you will see anything, really, but if you are so interested, yes, I guess you may. I must go. Thank you for the pleasant conversation, I must go. This small stove hardly manages to warm such a spacious room. A drip of water left unchecked has ruined the mantle and collected into a small pool. Okay. A few logs and cords of firewood. Okay. What's that? A portrait of a bearded ship's captain done in oils. The varnish has darkened his features considerably. I should like to visit the light room now, if I may. Yes, yes, you already have my permission. Alright. The clockwork mechanism that causes the lamp's reflector to spin, however, I think that something is missing. It could do with some oiling as well. Cog? Yes! The cog was the missing piece of the mechanism. I have replaced it, however, the mechanism is still too rusty to move.
Oh.
There is a little hole in the tank and the oil is leaking. The mechanism will not work properly unless I fix it.
Stuff it with the ribbon.
Yeah, basically. Now I can oil the mechanism without worrying about it leaking. The cog was the missing piece of the mechanism. It has been replaced and the mechanism has been well oiled. It was easy to wind and now it's back to life. Looks like the lighthouse's electric lamp battery slot. Looks like the lamp is lit by some sort of electric switch, however, its battery is flat. Perhaps I can find a way to recharge the battery. Okay. I have the battery now, I must find a way to recharge it. Okay. Tell me how to recharge the battery. It cannot be. I never thought I would hear the rhythm of my beloved lighthouse working again. You don't know how grateful I am. For years I've longed to hear those marvelous sounds. Memories of better times. But the light has yet to be lit, I'm afraid. Ah, that battery. Have you got it charged already? I used to have a crank I would use on it every night, but since the loss of my sight I've lost track of it. Let's go. Ceiling is stained with humidity. Since the accident, is it back up here? The lamp is still off. Veil of mist covers the sea. Alright, now it's back to life. Alright, so it's not here.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Let's dig around a little more, shall we? She looks like it's been dead for a long time. Should have a hangman. Maybe it is over here. I don't know. I do not need to make more noise. Okay. Lights are off. Okay.
He's a polite man. He doesn't want to cause trouble.
He's a good boy. Okay. I'm gonna have to... Yeah, you're long dead. I'm not seeing anything else here that I can try and use this with.
I have an idea, but it's kind of far-fetched.
Yeah.
He said that the bike is usable now, but it's not good for riding.
Yeah, I'm about to head to the no, it's at the schoolhouse. I was gonna head here and try the wheel mill. The water wheel.
I mean, you can.
Yeah.
Hydroelectric is a good idea, too.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no. The
Oh,
bike
wait,
is
it is
too.
here. Woo! try this first then. Now the bike is fixed. If I attach one of the cogs to the battery's dynamo, I should be able to provide it with a charge. Hey!
You smart motherfucker.
You did it!
Yay.
Managed to charge the battery by attaching the dynamo to the bicycle's cog. Okay. And now back we go.
Woo! I'm surprised that one hasn't caught fire yet.
Yeah, I'm like waiting. I think it's that like once you finish an area, it lights up.
Maybe.
That makes sense. I was like really confused what the fucking machine sound was for a second. Alright, now do not
Shock me.
do not blind yourself.
Nah, it's fine.
Cool. It's lit. I've done it. Okay. Alright. Yeah. He's been set on fire too. Who keeps doing this?
Oh god.
Rope gave way just as I passed. That'll be you one day if you don't stop dicking around. We're going to the old abbey. Ooh. Now we're supposed to be here.
Alright. They were like, the ambiance isn't here yet. Fuck off.
The light has revealed a mural painting on the stones, just as it did for Brigid nearly a century ago. Oh, according to the diary, the light from the lighthouse revealed the eyes of the sentinel. A pair of evil eyes seem to glitter in the dark. Okay. The mouth of the sentinel is wide open. Seem to glitter in the dark. Okay. That appears to be it. Because I can't click on the sun or the figure. Yeah, I don't know what this gives me. I don't know what this does for me. Mouth of the sentinel is wide open. Okay. I don't know what that does for me, but if we go outside and the thing's on fire, then I guess we're done here.
We're not.
No, I don't know what else to do.
We might need to come back again. We might not have everything.
We
need.
might not. My god, am I not sure what else to do, though? Eyes seem to glitter in the dark. That would lead me to suspect that I need to, like, get something from here, but it's not giving me an option to do that.
Probably because we don't have what we need to do that.
Probably. But it's not even, like, referencing that maybe there is something there that I need to do something with. So.
I don't know. But
no idea.
There's only so many places to go in this particular location.
Yeah. He's still here. The one at the house is still here. Let's go here then. What's up, fucker? Let me in.
No.
Yo, where are y'all? Probably at the pit.
I wonder.
Mm-hmm.
Because we went and we repaired the lighthouse, and while that was mundane, it was kind of a desecration.
Yeah.
I wonder
wonder if we have to desecrate intentionally.
Maybe? Maybe? I can't imagine. But, like, he seems so nice. He seems like such a nice man that that would not be something he would be here to do.
I mean, that's not his purpose here.
No, but also that's like, if light is the key to this if light is the key to this puzzle, then we need a mirror. I'm not too sure about this.
Well, you already did it, bud. You pick it up.
I can't pick it up.
Didn't he just dig?
He digged it up, and he will not do anything but look at them. He just says, "I'm not too sure about this," and won't pick it up. What about you? Only darkness, I cannot hear or see a thing. Okay, so that's empty now. How about... Oh, what was that?
Oh god.
That was glass, my bro. That was glass! You fucked up!
Oh god. Okay, Mr. Chicken.
The mirrors are completely shattered. Why would that masked man do this?
No, okay. Because you unearthed them, idiot.
Yeah. Hi. Am I following you now? He's clattering at me.
Jaws snap.
Ang ang. He is leading me somewhere.
He sure is.
Seems to be heading east.
To the hills? No.
To the house.
Yeah, the hills are west. So
Yeah. He's just... I love that he is just going. He's my new favorite. I like him. He opened the door.
Oh my god.
Is it Kieran? My baby. Little boy. Hello?
This is a large child.
Yeah, I know. An ornate lover is built into the wall.
Oh god.
He liked puppets.
What the fuck is this? I don't like that.
A painted man-sized wooden doll. It represents an old lady. A painted man-sized wooden doll. It represents a king. The doll's theater lamp spinning around. Celestial bodies made out of paper. Oh! The stranger's mask is laying on the floor.
That was the mask? It wasn't a bird?
Something is underneath the mask.
It's a dragon.
An old iron disc, a drawing of a spiked circle is engraved on it.
Hey.
Its hollow eyes bore into me. I can hear something wandering in the dark. I can see a deformed shadow in there, writhing and fidgeting. I cannot get any closer.
My god.
He just can't convince himself to do it. Okay. I guess we're going to the hill. Woo. We're going to the monument.
Mm.
Oh yeah, that's on fire now.
Oh Jesus. Wait.
What?
No. Go back to the Abbey.
Back to the Abbey?
I don't think we should go to the thing until they're on fire. All of them.
I don't know.
Because I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. What?
Hello?
What did that do?
It went into its mouth when the light was on it.
That's hilarious. Hidden entrance is open now. And that one is set on fire.
Oh god.
What's that sound? It's on fire. The symbol looks familiar. A spiked circle could be the sun. The statue of a Madonna, but something is off. I cannot tell what, though. Symbol looks familiar. Spiked circle could be the sun. It almost looks like she's pregnant? Not sure, though.
Oh god, that's ominous.
The tunnel descends deep into the earth. Will I find the Laysan crypt at the bottom, or something? Dear God, I am reeling. Kaufman, my friend, your faith in me was misplaced. I cannot, nor will I, nor I will.
No,
I will persevere. Oh, God. He's already had one bad underground trip. Really, every time he has gone underground, it has gone very poorly for him.
He almost died.
He fell down a pit.
Almost drowned.
Almost got eaten by a monster. He's in the pit.
Oh shit.
Oh. Okay.
Is that a coffin?
On the bare stone. Coffin covered in ashes.
Oh, they're all coffins.
Coffin does not look quite as old as the others.
Oh god. Yeah.
A small coffin, half rotted.
Yeah, there's always a sacrifice, huh?
Some old pages lie haphazardly on the coffin lid. It is as though they had been dropped here from the upper hill long ago. They bear faint notes written in a trembling hand. Down in this unholy burrow, in the feared Kronmadan, our worst nightmares crawl and die. Resting down here are the dauntless, those who dared enter the lair of the snake and the bird. Each of those men and women crossed the path between. They walked through the mist to the other side, where the ultimate truth screams in terror. And then they returned. These are my ancestors. Amongst the dead stones of the Kronmadan lie the proud Laysan, reduced to something far worse than dust or ashes. Could that blasphemy in the coffin be Aunt Mare's true legacy? No, I shall not accept this fate for myself. The engraving on the coffin is so badly eroded the name is barely readable. Mary Laysan.
Huh? Oh my god! But we got the secret entrance. So, theoretically, we can leave. His eyes are adjusting.
Yeah. Seekers of truth will sacrifice their wisdom, so to open the way to where the Fernog blooms. Your offspring we welcome, its hidden threat. Only the light of your sign will carry its purge.
Oh shit.
The bull and the deer, and a goat. Oh fuck.
Oh god.
Jesus Christ. Many eyeballs. Oh god, they're following me now. Christ. This is a nightmare. That sound effect said, I see you.
Oh god.
Jeremiah.
Bro?
David?
Horror effect.
Oh. Mask is the name of that achievement. Yeah, they did. They slid it over top.
Well, it's 10:30 on the dot. How are you feeling?
I'm alive.
Okay.
How are you doing?
Functioning.
Okay. Let's go. You can skip this. He must be stopped.
Why so tiny?
Yeah, what? I think that's Alexander. We have not come this far. Definitely Alexander.
Yeah.
To see our work ruined now. Hello, David. How are you?
I'm here to ruin it, bitch.
I love breaking things. I'm gonna eat a cupcake.
You got your cupcakes.
Ew, and they're bite sized. Oh my fucking god. The seal is very hard to pop.
At least that means that they won't go stale easily. They're closed properly. Cupcake sounds. How are they?
They're store-bought cupcakes.
They're store-bought cupcakes, but are they, like, tasty enough for gluten-free?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
We left the black waves of the sea behind and walked through the mist. At times, gusts of wind parted the mist, revealing a barren landscape under a dying sun. At first, I could not contain my many questions, but David's only reply was a grave silence. Eventually, I lapsed into an uneasy quiet and resolved to follow my patient. I knew not where. We wandered through the vast desert without any apparent goal. On occasion, vague shapes appeared in the distance, crumbling towers and abandoned cities lost amongst the rippling dunes. The passage of time lost its meaning. I had traversed the world all my life, all the world's life. Our journey was eternity. Then, the man at my side, whom I had followed so long, stopped. He spoke for the first time.
What is up, my dude?
We are nearing the threshold.
Oh god.
It is the starting point, Doctor. The first place to look. I will be waiting on the other side. Remember this. I will not be here forever. Darkness will light your way, but then you will be alone. Huh?
We heard that from the little hole in the wall in, the mansion.
I assumed it was him.
Vanilla. Oh, we're just in the thick of it now. We're not even...
It's time for hell.
We're in the other world, bitch.
Yeah. Give me that Alessa shit. Love that shit. Ah!
I don't want Alessa here.
No. She doesn't deserve it.
No, exactly.
It's just thick.
It sounded like you said no.
I said, wow! Alright. Oh god, it's getting darker. What could my companion have meant? The threshold. I knew of this. Strange memories return of another life, and those cryptic words, darkness will light your way. It was not the first time I had heard them. They were from a dream, a terrible dream when I had begun to follow the trail of my missing patient, and taken my first steps into uncovering the secret world of the Veil. Oh. Nani? Who are you? In this place, the ancient shadows created by human reasoning tremble in sheer terror. Its name is help.
Xylithol.
Xylithol, the last curtain.
my brain short-circuited for a second. Help.
Help. The scorching light of this dead sunset bleeds through my petrified fingers. My eyes burn. I feel them melting like candle wax. You don't say. These ruins, built by beings long forgotten, grant access to the last threshold. You are welcome to enter the ruins, but you will need to find your own key in order to reach the threshold. Okay. Alright. The man at the entrance said that these ruins contain the access to the threshold, but I see nothing. David said it is the starting point. The first place to look. Darkness will light your way. What did he mean? What the heck? Looks like a poster for a theatrical show, but has neither a title nor a date. Can I take it? I can take it. Perhaps it will prove useful. Okay, I can do nothing. I see nothing but ruins. Was that what David said? Darkness will light. What was it that David said? Darkness will light your way. Okay. I guess we are not ready for this yet. Cool story, bro. Details soon to follow. God, there's so many people here. Why are there so many people here? How many people just end up over here? Like, what? Look to the sky, it reaches to the earth, but will never meet it. Can you see the magnificence of this infinite horizon? The cold, unattainable, all-embracing darkness. This is the outer limit of the threshold. Not far from here, the black waves of truth wash upon the veil that covers human eyes, and it falls apart. Okay. There is no death but rebirth. There is no void but awakening. Path winds into the forest, but these trees are too dense for me to go any further. Okay. Okay. Excuse me, ma'am. Raise your arms, for the wind calls our name. The hour has come to for us to take flight one last time. Do you often go a-flyin'? This looked like a person for a second. I was like, huh? Alright. What is a house? I check outside first.
Oh my.
What the fuck? Something fucking exploded, man. The ground is soaked in blood. Black feathers are strewn about. What happened here? Oh, wait. This is the house from the first episode of the first game.
It's the
Of first
Beechworth
season 1.
house?
It seems like it, because that's the old gramophone. There is no disc. Yeah. It's the gramophone. That's the busted up
Oh.
bird outside.
Okay.
Rocks have piled against the wall as if to conceal something. I was like, the way that this is set looks familiar, but I couldn't place why.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
Okay. A pendulum strokes are sickly slow, but they seem to keep time in this place. Wait. A silhouette of a strangely shaped head with a harm coming out of its mouth. The paintings lack any form or composition. They are a uniform shade of the purest black imaginable.
Oh.
Vanta black?
Hmm?
Is that what that's called? Vanta black? Yeah. There is something inside the birdcage. A root!
It's a mandrake.
Yeah. Pretty. It moved!
It's got
It wiggled its
tits.
head!
It's got tits.
Door open. Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
There is something inside that cage, a shadow staring at me with dead eyes.
That's a person.
I can see something in it, no, through it, as though I were staring into a dark void, off in some remote distance. Colorful shapes flow in seemingly impossible patterns. Yeah? Well. Huh. Jeremiah DeWitt, Edward Street 24, Westminster, London. Correct. I should cease stalling and send it, set the plan in motion. But what then? Lead my old friend through this dangerous journey. Oh.
It's Anthony.
Anthony. The shadow's gone.
Mr.
There is something
Beechworth.
on the cage floor. A rusty key. The cage is open and the shadow is gone.
Mr. Beechworth.
Mr. Beechworth started this horse shit. Alright. Locked. Not for long. We still have no idea what happened to his housekeeper. No idea at all.
She vanished.
She fucking dipped. What is this?
Oh.
Big bug. More of Anthony. This letter, Videt neki siat. It will be enough, I think. It's time to send it. I'm just not sure if it's the right thing to do. We should stop. We should leave him be. It's not too late, is it?
Could.
The words of my father, so much has happened because of them. Alexander swears this time we will succeed, that the Hoopoe will undo all our mistakes, free us from the terrible haunting gaze. But should we not accept the consequences of our actions? So much suffering, so many deaths, for what? What have we attained so far? Bored. Orb. The shadow has vanished. A slate disc. A large crack in the wall, a few rays of unearthly light stream through it. Okay.
Well, now we have something for the gramophone.
Yes. When I put the disc on the gramophone, it started spinning on its own. Wait, is that a melody coming from the house?
Interesting.
Perhaps now I can get it onto the other side.
The root moved its head again.
It keeps doing that. It's wiggling.
Does a little wiggle. Little shimmy. A new door.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh. It's It's the shadow of the lynx projected onto the wall. A lynx. I took it for a stuffed lynx at first, but I think it's actually made of wax.
Oh, that's
Oh
weird.
my, I accidentally broke off a piece of its mouth. Jaw. The lynx is now missing half its jaw.
Oh my god.
Can I put it? I can't put it back. Okay. Going up. Oh, locked. Okay. He wiggled again. This is now missing half of its jaw. Okay. Interesting.
This is where it's coming from.
Is it?
Yeah. It got clearer.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. I'm having audio problems.
Okay.
I keep expecting directional hearing to become a part of it, but it's not. There's a dead cat on the floor. I think it's rotting.
No.
Her eyes are missing. There is a key. There's something on the floor beside her mouth. Une key. A golden key for the golden hatch. Yeah, this is mimicking the Beechworth house.
Well, we know in real life she's not dead.
No, she's fine. Fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
That was when I knew Anthony couldn't be trusted.
Mm.
It's like, you're gonna be that much of a dick to a cat?
Yeah, Jesus.
Fuck you! Fuck you! We are not friends! God. Oh. You're of no worth to us anymore. There was barely any worth to begin with.
Damn rude.
Is this really the best option your supposedly brilliant mind could envision? Damn. A few meaningless words, a pathetic attempt of your guilt-shattered conscience to remedy the situation, and then you hoped to wash the blood from your hands with a cheap exit.
Oh, they're mocking his suicide.
Yeah, they are. Look upon yourself, Anthony. See what you have become. Witness your only true legacy. Yeah.
Oh,
Yikes.
wow.
Is that Mr. Beechworth? I see something through the shadows slowly taking form. Quanch, quanch.
Frosted flakes.
Now's the time to Anna, sweetheart, how did this happen? You abandoned her. Too late. It's too late for us. But he still can choose. I have to warn him.
You didn't do a very good job.
No, he did a very poor job. Also, where is your child?
Oh yeah, he had a kid, didn't he?
Yeah, he had a child. Oh. Oh. There is something on the ground near where the masked person was standing. It is a fragment of a broken mask. Piece of a Greek tragic mask. No? Okay. Any reason to come back here?
Huh?
I don't think so. I don't think there's any reason to come back here.
No.
It teleported us out. But I wanted to see if I could.
Okay.
It's just like, will it let me? Or will he be like, no,
There's
enough.
shit like right over there.
I know. I'm dicking around. Look to the sky, reaches all, embracing darkness. You. There's no death but reverse. Rebirth. No. Okay. No, okay. In this place, I tremble in terror. The last curtain. Okay. What the fuck? You need your own key in order to cross this threshold. No. Wiggle. You do a wiggle? The fuck? You're not gonna talk to me? Fuck you. Maybe we have to go past the gramophone?
Maybe.
Alright. Let's go.
Or go further right.
I can't go into the woods. It won't let me. They're too dense.
Okay.
Alright.
Go.
Oh.
Oh.
You. There are two curious symbols engraved on the wall.
A trident and an antenna.
Yeah. A fork. No? The gramophone has stopped. It seems I cannot get it to start playing again. Okay.
What other locations are there?
None. It's this and the ruins. So, let me, I don't know, let me see if there's something up in the attic again that I can get now that that segment has happened? I don't know. Oh, it's busted. I cannot go up there. Okay. The ladder is broken. Okay. Let's find some things. I guess I maybe dick around a little. Okay.
There isn't anywhere that kind of looks like a shoreline.
Like a shoreline? I can recheck. Like, it's kind of hard to see.
Shit's foggy.
Shit's foggy. Oh my fucking god, are you kidding me? Okay. I clicked there and it was like, you can't go any farther. I was like, alright.
That's up.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I'm too tired to go on to keep seeking what was promised us, but at least I am here safe. Safe from the terrible hazard of peering through my own shadow. Bro. Okay. Yeah, okay. I guess we'll go here. Here's a shoreline.
Hey.
Large sea stack just off the beach seems to have a lonely demeanor. This is the church. Doo-doo-doo-doo. The church that was once a school. I'm enjoying this trip down memory lane. There is a hole in the ground. I have seen gardeners digging holes like these when they need to transplant trees. Sure, kid. Shadows linger in xylithol, like insects trapped in a cobweb. At its center, the spider lies in wait. The shadow of a child is sitting in the corner, shaking in terror.
Oh no.
Hi, honey. As if peering through a keyhole, I can see things moving in the darkness. I like the style, but those themes, does Lena approve of this kind of art? You have not lost your old sense of humor, Alexander, even after what happened. Do you not recall that sight? I would erase the memory if I could. I find that painting makes it easier to bear. What brings you here anyway? It's been years since we've heard from you. I thought our old cause had long been forgotten.
It looked like somebody took a shit on the canvas.
Listen, Ashdown, what if I told you I have found a way of crossing safely? It's the second time we've heard the name Nash down.
Mm-hmm.
We still don't know who that person is.
No.
Shape of an eye is painted on the blackboard. Dazzling light shines through the window. There is nothing in the shadow's place. Okay.
Did you look at all the tabletops?
I didn't see anything. There's nothing here.
Okay.
Yeah, like there's nothing. There's the chalkboard. There's the winder. And
Okay.
the child is gone.
Okay.
I cannot go that way. An ancient oak stands tall above my head, casting an eerie shadow upon the building's wall. What about that tree? The trees are the only reminder of life around here. It's as if they are guarding the statue. Which says that... Underneath the statue's hood, there is an empty hole where a face should be. I remember seeing statues like this in Professor Wright's garden. Good. Mask? No.
It's a fragment.
Bitch! I am trying. Do I plant the root? Yes. I plant. Good job. It is well covered.
Okay.
I planted the root in the ground. Okay. Do I go back in here now?
I wouldn't know why.
I just wanted to check. Maybe it had something to say. I don't know. I am just trying. Was that there before?
It was not.
Okay. Piano. A grand piano. It is missing a key.
Where the fuck is the key?
I sure don't know, man. Might.
Hello?
Oh. A colossus born of rock and craftsmanship, relegated to the briny backwaters of this nightmare and to the emotions of injury and despair.
Oh my god.
Damn! That's metal! Alright. Oh, okay. Grand piano, it is missing most of its keys. Looks like a piano key. Give me that. Bye! You freaks!
Go up this, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going up. I wonder if because we planted the mandrake over there that it's gonna be something here! Okay. Mountain S. So, trident, antenna, mountain S.
Mountain Trogdor.
Tractor! These statues, it's almost as if they are the children of the standing stones that dot the horizon. They are less weather-beaten at any rate. Underneath the statue's hood, a face bears an evil grin.
Oh my.
What do you say now?
It's backwards.
Peering into one's own... No, it's
No?
different. Peering into one's own truth is forbidden. We're the snake and the bird of... The bird to meet. Ultimate madness would take... in human form.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
I can read backwards. It's one of my few talents. Oh.
Oh, big shadow.
Are you doing a sexy dance, buddy?
He's boogieing.
Shapes are forming through the window. I cannot look away. I must see. He really looks like that's like gyrating.
He's boogieing on down.
Alexander and I assume Ashworth again. His name is Professor Wright. Right, yes, I recently had an occasion to meet a disciple of his. He referred to himself as a psychotherapist. I had the impression that Wright's methods more closely resemble those of my trade than those of yours. He is eccentric indeed, but I think his thesis may be proven correct. If so, we might have found a way of reaching the threshold without attracting the attention of the custodian. Custodian? A shortcut, you might say. A shortcut through the veil. The problem is in the method itself. It has some unusual requirements, and we would need a man of great sensitivity who knows the peril of reaching the door. So you convinced this guy, Ashdown, to be your fucking puppet. Bro.
Your little old patsy.
A giant drawing of an eye, yet it looks more like Saturn and the rings around it. Looks like a music sheet was left on the desk. There is something wrong with this music sheet. It is backwards. Heck.
And upside down?
No, just backwards. Planks are nailed over the windows, but at what purpose? There aren't enough planks to provide protection or to keep the light out. Desperation? Mate? Ooh. Wait. I can switch again. Oh, I can switch on both sides.
Oh.
Okay, okay. Me like. Me like? Me like. This segment's fun. I like revisiting past memories.
Yeah.
Alright, piano key. And then... musique. Melody seems simple enough. I think I could manage to play it. That would be oh, go. You're not gonna give it to me in notes? You're gonna say Ray? What's do in this situation? Me. So, la, ti, do. Ray. Okay. Ray. Okay, so mi, fa, so, la, ti. Okay, so mi, fa, so, la, ti. It only... Where the fuck? Alright, hang on. I gotta take a second, because I'm like trying to fucking... What the fuck is this? Alright.
I have the solution.
Huh?
I have the solution if you need it.
Yeah, just let me see it. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is where we start. That's all I really need. Okay. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I just needed to know where the start was. As I suspect it is the melody I heard at Wright's mansion. What's that? It's coming from another place. Yeah, it's coming from the theater, bro. Yike. A terrifying shape looms where the piano once stood. It is being pulled on threads like some monstrous puppet. The threads converge on a distant point. Something is taking form there in the darkness. Jesus. Oh, it breathed. Did you hear that? Yeah, mate? It's our old classroom, but that shadow... Who? This is not possible. The shape's beyond, the light. My fingers, no, do not come any closer. My hand, my hand. Oh,
Oh my god.
meaty. Oh. Spicy. A yike. Okay. And another piece of a mask. Fragment of a broken mask. A piece is still missing. Okay, now I can go in here. Okay, and then this would be... what? Okay. So it's trident, antenna, mountain, Trogdor. Come back here.
A dance.
Mountain, Trogdor.
And a V.
Dance, V. Dance in a safety pin.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it has eyeballs.
Oof.
A tall figure stands in the woods. I might have taken it for a tree were it not breathing heavily. Inside, I can see things near the threshold getting closer and closer. Yipe. Yike, yike, yike. After what happened to Father Glynn, I think they will shut down the school. Anthony, that thing we saw, I don't know what it was. What about your father's diary? Myths, legends, superstitions with no basis in scientific observation. Anthony, talk to us. Alright. My father discovered several ancient myths pertaining to the Veil. They come from a variety of cultures and hence take many different forms, but they all say something similar about what resides near the threshold. An ancient being that sleeps within the fog, protecting the door from intruders. A vengeful custodian. But no matter. At any rate, my serum was a failure. We got a glimpse of what exists out there. Nothing conclusive. But what if the serum had worked? I don't know. As I said, I have no data. And those myths, what do they say? Those tales, they all say that if any intruder got too close and was discovered by what sleeps in the fog, then the custodian would be restless. It would pursue the intruders and destroy them, whatever they might hide. Wherever they might hide. There would be few ways to protect themselves from its rage. And y'all were just gonna go in there?
Yeah.
Dumb.
For, you know, science or whatever.
No. Dumb little white boys, the lot of them. Stupid.
Dumb little British white boys.
Okay, hang on. So that's the antenna. What are you? The mountain. Mountain. That wasn't even one of them. The trident was the first one. This is the antenna again. Or was it antenna trident? It was trident antenna, I thought.
Antenna.
Yeah, I thought so. Hang on. Okay. Let me see. Alright. Dance. Not one we had. S. Yeah, no, none of these are. I guess we'll go. I don't know. How do I reset this?
Just leave.
Okay, so we have antenna here. And also I have no ability to leave, I don't think.
Oh.
Mountain. So if it's reversed, I need the hairpin. But if it's not, then I need the trident. And I'm not getting either of those.
Yeah, like, what the fuck is that one? That's not one.
No, there was another one we also hadn't gotten.
Oh, okay.
I think they're just there to throw us off. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, this is, a little bit funky, if you ask me. What are you? That's the S again. If we're having to do the second one in each thing, then it would be antenna, S, hairpin. So, okay, because this is so odd. Why would you do this? You've done weird shit to me before, but this is uniquely weird shit. Okay. Now I'm freshly back here. What the fuck do you have to say again? Yeah, okay, so that's just that.
Okay, I have the solution for this as well.
Do you? Does it tell you what you have to do with the information?
It says, go to the end of the forest, take a wrong turn anywhere, and you will be back where you started off. Take the following paths.
Let me see. Yeah, okay, I couldn't find the trident. Let me try again, I guess. Okay. Ah, here we go, okay. Here, which is here. So trident. So I guess I naturally went through the trident. That's silly. Trident, antenna, mountain?
I think so.
Yeah.
And then trapdoor.
Yeah. Alright. I was like, what's happening? What is occurring? I don't understand. Now I understand. I just didn't see that I'd already been through the trident. That makes sense. You're gonna give it to me? No?
That's the dancer.
That's the dancer. That's not the mountain. Because I just went through the antenna. So it should be...
That's a new one.
That's a new one. It's not... That's not my mountain. Let me see the shit. Oh, maybe because it was flipped? It's because they were flipped.
Yeah.
Alright, alright. I was wondering, because this is...
It's backwards.
This is a different direction. Alright. Trogdor. Mountain. Nope. Ugh. This one is... The last one was not very puzzle heavy. This is very puzzle heavy.
Yeah.
And then dancer. And then hairpin.
Yeah.
No. Should be dancer. And then... hairpin.
Hey.
Hey. Oh.
Hello.
Is this David? A shadow strongly resembling my patient stands in the clearing. I can see through it, just like the other shadows. 4 men are making careful preparations. I know not what for. Ugh. Oh. This Captain Skid. David, are you certain he can guide us safely through the fog? His results are extraordinary, Anthony. It is the best chance we have of avoiding the gaze of the custodian. There can be no doubt that the captain survived an encounter before. He even kept a companion from harm. We will finally see what lies beyond the curtain. It is time.
Oh no, Captain Scared.
No!
Bumney.
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 Bumney. Something is coming.
Yikes.
Oh, death.
Death approaches.
Death approaches. I love a viscera. I don't. I hate it.
I was about to be like,
No.
you do?
No, I don't.
Do you really?
Alright. In we go. Hello? Mothman? A huge statue of a mythical creature. It is a bird with the head of a wolf, or is it a lion? The inscription reads 30 birds. Demb. Upstairs. Imagine walking up this shit. It'd be hell on your fucking knees. And your ankles. My hips would be a-screamin'. An enormous black feather. I take. Despite its size, it is extraordinarily lightweight.
We can just pocket it, it's fine.
Yeah. The summit rises above the fog, though all I see is fog and an endless ocean of clouds. Okay.
Oh.
Deafening. It was very quiet. What's that noise? Something out there. It's getting closer.
Oh god.
Oh shit. Oh shit! Oh. Am I dead?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe.
Perhaps. Is he asleep? He is now. It has been so long I had begun to lose hope that he would ever awaken. Were you able to speak with him? Anthony, David has forgotten everything. Everything. Good heavens. It may be for the best. Our research is likely to take some time. If he truly has amnesia, his condition will protect him until we are ready. But should we fail, remember what happened to Hugo. Ashdown entered the Vale in full knowledge of what might happen, and we will succeed where Wright failed. We will use the serum to induce primal terror in a controlled environment. In one stroke, we shall overcome all of our obstacles. But when the time comes, we must have a means of guiding our dear friend back to us.
Is it worth it, man?
No, it's not. None of this is worth it.
Like, what the...
The pursuit of knowledge. Here he will be there he will be safe. God. Why do y'all suck so much? Like...
What's the goal?
Men. There's something on the ground where the last person was leaning. Fragment of a broken mask. That is a face. A broken mask. An eyeless mask. It is similar to the one I found at Alexander's safe house in London. Oop, okay. No. Okay. The person that was here is now gone. Nothing but ruins. Darkness will light your way.
Where did you get that, by the way?
The poster?
Yeah.
Literally this rock right here. Okay, so not here yet. I have nothing to... Oh. I thought it was broken, that I wouldn't be able to put it on, but okay. A man is standing next to the open curtain. Oh. Welcome, Dr. Wakefield. Alexander Dupree? Yes, I've been waiting for you. We all have. How did I get to this place? I was in that pit in Alis Moor, then suddenly I found David, but he disappeared. I have journeyed through the fog and found myself here, but how is this possible? Aishmore. Alaishmore. I do not know that name. Many paths in our world lead to this place, Dr. Wakefield, and I know only a few. In some of Xylothal's mirrors, you see the truth leaking into our world, and in others you see yourself. I knew you would reach us at last. He was certain of it. The first member of the Order, the Artifacts. Do you not yet know his name? Hugo Ashdown? Do you mean Mr. Ashdown? No! Hugo came here long before the rest of us, but he made a terrible mistake. He peered into his own truth, and he was transformed. Do you not yet know his name?
One at a time.
Yeah, it's Jeremiah, I think.
I think so too.
No, Anthony started the group at school, but by the end of his life, he had lost the determination to go any further. It's Jeremiah. Truth can be hard to accept. Yes, Jeremiah gathered us all under the same rule.
And then lost his memory.
Videt ne quisiat, see that no one knows. We knew of the final truth which lay beyond the threshold. This is what the playwright was committed to finding. This was Jeremiah's obsession. The first language which is said to grant the power of creation. After our experiment at school, we realized that the path of the Ancient Ones was watched by a fearsome guardian. We needed a way to circumvent the inexorable gaze of the bird. Fuck off. I know. I love you. To circumvent the inexorable gaze of the bird, I found Captain Skid, who had met the bird and lived. We decided to use him in a test.
Just try to help.
I know! It was a catastrophe. We eventually found the survivors, but their memories were incomplete. Jeremiah had fared the worst. He had been left devoid of any memories that were related to our efforts. We were desperate to find a solution. Hugo tried and failed, and then Anthony and I miraculously came across a formula that had laid forgotten for centuries. At last, it was time to bring Jeremiah back into our ranks. That was nearly a disaster as well. I did not anticipate Anthony's sudden madness or the extent of Father Ernest's decline. Mercifully, Jeremiah's life was spared, but something else was wrong. When Jeremiah reached me, he did not remember everything. He had changed. He told me that he was going to put an end to all of this. He still means to acquire the first language, but he wants to use it to ruin our work. He has already crossed the threshold. Once he learns the final truth, none of this will ever have existed. The Order, the door, or ourselves. We must stop him, Doctor. You must stop him before the curtain closes forever. Why the fuck would I do that? There is no time. You must decide. No. No. Wakefield's Fate is the name of this achievement. Once more, I found myself enshrouded in dense fog. Gradually, the fog dissipated, revealing a busy street in London. The mask that I had worn lay on the ground, melting like wax over the wet cobblestones. Dizzy and exhausted, I wandered the streets, until at last I returned home. It seemed very small, as it always does after a long journey. As I removed my coat, I found a feather in one of the pockets. The same one that I had discovered before being engulfed by the black mass of the Simurg.
The giant feather?
I assume. With a jolt, I realized it had not been a dream, and I was ashamed at how quickly I had deluded myself into thinking it was otherwise. Thinking it was. It's big! I kindled a fire and placed the feather on the crackling flames. As it burned, I heard the distant calls of crows in the street. Despite the heat, I shivered. My patient and friend Jeremiah DeWitt had sacrificed himself. He had accepted the consequences of his friend's actions, and his own as well. He had crossed the threshold, leaving the veil through the red curtain of the truth, and forever closed the last door that had led to those horrors. I'm reading this so fucking slow.
It's okay. It's coming across slow.
I know, it feels weird. It feels very stilted.
You can wait for it to start.
I could. But I had not found the strength to follow him. I could not take his place. Oh, okay. I doubt that I will ever learn the fates of those who remained there. Those who are hopelessly trapped in Shylethal.
Whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah. My thoughts now turn increasingly toward the last mission to which my friend Kaufman entrusted me. I must make sure that no one ever learns what we discovered.
So there are 2 endings.
2?
Mm-hmm.
Only 2.
You can go behind the curtain and that will give you something.
I assumed that was an ending, but it seemed like that we were trying to stop him from doing that if we did that route. Well, now let's see if we can just go straight in and do the ending. We might not be able to.
We might not.
Continue.
Did you auto-save? Nope.
Nope.
Tragic.
Unfortunate. That just means at some point I'll have to replay it for myself.
Yeah.
But good game. Good game, fun game.
Yeah, that was very, once it was all together,
Yeah.
it was very Lovecraft inspired.
Oh yeah. Very, very tasty. Very good. I approve. I enjoy. Yeah.
Apparently there is a stinger.
There is a stinger. Ooh. We'll have to just fucking wait then, won't we?
Sure will.
That's fine. I really liked all of the plot. I don't think there was a single thing that I was, like, unhappy with this game.
Yeah, it was just, sometimes it was easy to get turned around.
Yeah, and that's, like, puzzle games, whatever. Yeah, I don't really have, like, any complaints. I don't have any, like, frustrations. I don't have any questions, really.
Yeah, pretty straightforward, solid experience.
Yeah!
There's, like,
Yeah!
there's curiosities, but not questions, I would say.
Yeah.
Like, we could perhaps stand to know a little more about what these fucking beings are, but, like, we also don't need to.
Yeah, we don't need to. Like, it might be interesting to have, like, a monster's manual, but, like, even then, that'd be, like, what, 3 different things?
Yeah.
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 I'm not...
I don't need it.
I don't need it. I want to know what the fuck happened to that one lady. How the hell did she actually just straight the fuck up turn into a fucking dragon?
Which lady?
Mary at the bottom of the well. At the bottom of the pit.
Yeah, I don't know.
She had the corpse of not a human.
She sure did, and it's not the first non-human corpse we found, if you remember.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
where'd this come from, yo? Man. Made possible to all the backers. You're awesome.
Yeah.
Videtne kisiat. The end.
Oh, oh.
You say. The end, you say.
Faraway storm pecking on glass.
Nani? Yeah? Cute. Ooh.
What's all this then?
Thanks for playing. I was about to be like, in my restless dreams, I see that
Oh.
town. Just like,
Let's check out the extras.
that was cute. The mask with no eyes.
Hello?
Yeah? The inner circle is gathered once again.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Oh shit.
A whole cycle has passed. Since the last playwright traveled to the land
Oh no.
of shadows and fog.
Oh no.
Now the mask with no eyes has chosen a new bearer.
Oh no.
The path between worlds will be visited once again, and the veil upon human eyes shall be lifted forever.
Oh shit.
I'm just like dicking around here. The playwright meets now the custodian of the threshold.
Oh god.
Yeah? Yeah, mate? An ancient being guards the door of mist. May the playwright take its light and stand by its watch unnoticed.
My goodness.
Four wisps of fog shall reveal the truth. The fire of dawn scorches through the barren desert. The austral flame shines within the dark forest. The pyre of Zephyrus glows in the dark ocean. The boreal embers brighten the dark sky. The playwright will stand in the center. And the curtain will be drawn at last.
This is a much bigger society than I thought it was.
Yeah, I think it's bigger than most people thought it was.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thought it was like 8 dudes from a boarding school.
And then its eyes were open. Oh. Ooh! The new bearer is that achievement. Achievements. Ooh. Watch a patient's clinical progress. Listen carefully. Learn of who disappeared in the cliffs. Explore the depths of the unconscious mind. Find all burning statues.
We didn't look at the last one.
We didn't look at the last one. Save Divit's life.
Oh.
Performer. Show your ability at the keys. Neophyte. Discover your first secret. Discover all of the secrets.
So
Complete the mask with no eyes.
there are a lot of achievements. So maybe an achievement run.
Maybe.
At some point.
Maybe. In the same way that I would like to do one with Mundan.
Yeah.
It's been almost long enough now that I would feel fine doing that with Mundan, but like I would want to do that on my actual computer
Yeah.
because it just could handle it way better.
Mm.
But yeah,
Yeah.
we had a
it's-
fun time.
And it's not even midnight yet.
Woo!
Yeah.
High five. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Episode 2 just threw us through the ringer.
And like 3 was quick.
3 was quick.
4 felt way more puzzle heavy.
It was.
Whoa.
3 was very point A, point B.
Yeah. Yeah, this is good.
Yeah.
I like it. Whatever the fuck they do in the future,
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
I'm very curious about their other projects if they have any.
Other projects, if they're doing something with this later, because they said it's been a cycle. What the fuck does that mean? How long has it been?
A hot minute. Like,
What is a cycle to them? I don't know.
I don't know.
I would love to see this, like, continue through the ages, like, past Victorian era, and, like, get into, like, you know, do one in the 20s. That could be fun.
Yeah.
20s could be a fun aesthetic with this. But, alright. I think that's gonna be stream. Did you have a good time?
I did.
I had a good time. This was a good one. Yeah.
No, I'm glad you enjoyed this one.
Yeah. So this is the last of Spook'N Click month, which just means that it's the brand is done, but we'll probably end up doing more point and click shit at some point.
Yeah, there was shit we didn't get to do
Yeah.
that I would really like to force you.
Yeah. Yeah. You were pointing out that you wanted me to do the 7th guest and the 11th hour.
Badly. Very badly.
Which can be something we do in the near future.
At some point, it might be good for another Spooktober, but
Harvester?
it's another point and click.
I feel like I vaguely recall something about that, about Harvester.
You should. You'll know it when you see it.
Oh, probably. We've probably watched like a handful of shit on that one. At some point, I think it would be really fucking funny to play Mystery of the Druids and just drink.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Because that's a nightmare experience, but in like a hilarity kind of way.
I don't know how to access this one
Mm-hmm.
outside of an emulator, and it might take a while for me to be able to do it.
That's
But
fine.
I would really like to get you to play this one game called Amber Dreams Beyond.
Amber Dreams Beyond. Okay.
Because it's something that my dad got
Uh-huh.
when I was small,
Uh-huh.
and I played it as a child, and it fucking freaked me out. But I know if I revisited it now, it would be like, why did this scare me?
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got a lot of shit.
Mhm.
One day, we'll get there. I will fucking get there. There are so many things. So many things. And then at some point, I really need to sit down and figure out how to do, because it's a whole process getting the whole PS, like, emulating PS2 games, getting the PS2, like, information onto the computer so that you can just play the games through the disk drive is a whole thing. And so I gotta figure that out still, and I'm not at home
So I
to do it.
I don't know anything about the PS2 emulator, but if it works anything like the PS1 emulator,
Mm-hmm.
that's just baked into the emulator. You just need the emulator, and it will automatically load it.
So, the one that, I think it's, like, PSX2 or something.
Yeah, the PS1 one is EPSX.
Yeah.
That's
It's so. It says that it wants to verify that you own a PS2.
I don't know how it would do that.
You have to like get a program and then put it in the PS2, and it copies like the fucking identification shit on the PS2, and then you could, I don't fucking know.
Oh, it's like a weird Game Shark copycat thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know how to do that, and I looked at it and I said, oh shit, oh fuck, help me, Web. And then Web got distracted for months and months, and so did I. So
I'm not like a smart person.
yeah, you are.
But...
You're my computer bitch. You know what to do with the computer thing.
It's because I was raised with them.
Yeah, but you know what to do with the computer thing. But yeah, so I got PS2 games I want to play. I got PS1 games I want to play.
So I can try to help with that.
Yeah, I want to eventually hook up a capture card to my desktop and then fucking go apeshit with the Switch and Wii U shit.
See,
Because oh buddy, does my Wii U never get love, because all that's on there is Twilight Princess and Wind Waker, and it's not worth hooking up just for them most of the time. So yeah, I want to play those at some point, but I'd have to like hook it up, and I am 1, not at home, 2, don't have a capture card for it. Yeah, and the good ones are expensive, so shit.
I wouldn't mind nabbing another cheap one.
Yeah, the cheap ones were nice.
Just to play some older shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know I like held that one hostage and I used it a lot.
You were using it more than any of the rest of us were.
I know none of you asked me for it, but like...
We didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
When you were like, oh fuck, I used it to death, we were like, oh really? I fucking forgot we owned it.
Yeah.
We like bought it, brought it over here once, never touched it again.
I was using it very frequently.
You were playing all of the games for all of the people.
Like, as soon as I had access to it, I was like, I gotta play all this shit for everybody who has not grown up with these systems. Like,
Yeah.
N64 games, PS1 games. I have so many friends who didn't get to have a console.
Yeah.
Like, period. When they were kids.
Mm-hmm.
Because money was tight.
Yeah. But yeah, we got a lot of games that we want to play. Some older, some newer, some... Oh, buddy. And eventually those will happen. And they will either be archived here or on my YouTube, which is just a VOD channel. That's fine.
Don't forget to upload them.
Yeah.
These-ins.
Yeah, I have, I've been saving them as fucking highlight archives, because I can. And because YouTube for a while was kind of funky about Twitch just changing everyone's stream keys.
I was being a little bit of a shithead about it.
A little bit, so, but all good, all good. We've gotten through this. I don't know what's next, but I think that's gonna be stream. Like, I think after all of that talk, I think we're good. Don't have a battle plan, not at all, but we'll get there, probably. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you liked the game as much as we liked the game. This has been a lot of talking. Maybe the next game will be more voice acted. Maybe.
Maybe.
Woo!
We'll see.
Ooh. All right.